Hello. Can you see me? Yes, you can. I've been canceling a lot of classes. It's gonna be a little bit of a dark video. I'm sure that's doable. So this is gonna be the Marksmanship session. I'm sending out classes for free on YouTube because I feel bad because I moved away and I'm still in Houston in Maryland Park now. But everybody still thinks I'm gonna leave at Park, and that's because Eventbrite is not an accessible website. It's a very, very, very hard website to use. Okay, especially when you're trying to teach 12 different forms of movement as one person. So I have marksmanship practice for you today. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my lamp, see if it bats any light. Never done this before. Do anything. All right. Okay. This is a ball. Find the ball. Okay, let's do marksmanship. So you don't need to have a target. You don't need to have an intention. Just find the ball. Okay. Later, I can also show you how to do marksmanship with like rings, with something tied to a string, with a hammer, and with bottles. Okay, bottle stuff with paper and rocks. Okay, so they don't break. So that's later. I do ball first because that's like the safest thing. There's no glass or ball. There's no. If you hit someone, you shouldn't have to hit anybody though. I'm gonna show you foundational movements today for your body for when you want to throw. It's a baseball. I'll be introducing all kinds of balls. I'll be introducing kicking also for soccer. If you're interested in other sports that involve like something that you hold, like a racquetball or a tennis ball or like a racket thing or a hockey stick, that's katana. All right, but I'll bring that in and I'll show you which video to go to. That's katana to finish off your practice that day. Okay, but let's start off with just the ball in your hands. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a stance on one foot, and we're gonna pass the ball back and forth below. Okay. I invite you, if you need to grab a chair, or on the couch, or a bench outside, or a wall, put your foot on it, and try the counter next, and then maybe your trash can outside next, and then keep on finding surfaces outside, wherever you can find them, to keep working on your hip or your hamstring flexibility, okay? Because if you don't have this, it's very hard for you to like really bust with your throws, you know? So we're gonna do 15. So this is one, okay? This is not one. This is not one. This, that's one, okay? So let's try 15 underneath the hamstring, underneath the knee, behind the calf, 15 times on both sides. Okay, it's our movement so that when you, and I invite you, grab your ball, go outside, find a friend to play with, and throw it. Okay, and eventually I'll bring in some frisbee stuff, but that's later because that would have to be like a treat. Okay, if you want to request that, if you want to do a private session for frisbee, comment on the section, email me, text me, message me on Instagram, mit.chondriax. That's my Instagram. That's my YouTube too. All right. The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the ball, grab it with a firm grip. I don't want this. I want this. All right. And 15 times to one side, and 50 times to the other side, and saying 15 and 15. All right. And feel those quad muscles while you do that. All right. Next, you're gonna try this. You're gonna count to 20 Mississippis while you do this. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. All right. So 20. And then you're gonna try this. A throwing shoulder is a shoulder that you hold the back of your hand towards the wall that you're facing. That's a throwing shoulder. That's a throwing shoulder. That's a shoulder that's totally stiff everywhere. All right. So you're gonna do that on your less dominant side, and with your dominant side, you're gonna show me your elbow. All right. And the throw you're gonna practice for when you go outside and try your own is like that. Up. All right. So with the feet, you point your foot. Okay. It could be like this. It could be like that. And as you swing, you're putting your heel down and you're pointing forward. Try to point forward, like with your hand. You go right, and then you toss it. Okay. If it's not perfect, that's fine, but you toss it. All right. And hold your balance. All right. All right. Now we're gonna do some shoulder mobility. So you're gonna put your feet apart as far as possible, as far as comfy. If it's too stretched out, you come back in. I personally, I got this down. I do the martial arts and stuff, but like this is okay, all right? So you go like this. And hold your hand in your dominant hand the whole time. Don't worry about the left or if you're left-handed. Don't worry about the right, all right? All right. So 30 total. So 15 to one side, 15 to the other. 1, 2. Please put your feet as far as possible, because if you don't, your shoulders are not getting that stretch that you need to throw it towards the ball the way you like, with accuracy and distance. All right. The way that's like, or the way that feels good to your body. All right. Please do the movement properly for me. Now we're gonna do. So earlier I wanted. So I'm sorry I missed it. Earlier I wanted you to do this 15 times, all right? So it was that 15 times, the shoulder mobility and movement 15 times, and then I want you to do that again 15 times, all right? So if I didn't mention it earlier, it's 15, you rest for a minute, and then another 15, okay? Now it's this again, so 20, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, until 20, all right? 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 20. You can also count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. All right. So now we're gonna put our shoulders lower, bend our knees slightly. Leave your hand in the dominant hand the whole time. All right. Don't rest until you have that practice down. You toss with one hand. You don't have two dominant hands. Feel your elbow muscles here. And so you're alternating right over left and left over right. And you're doing left over right 15 times and right over left 15 times for a total of 30 reps. Okay? Then that's again 20 seconds. Okay? That's for your bicep. Your bicep is super powerful when you're throwing something, okay? Now, more basic stuff. Hand strength. You squeeze the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4 until 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? And then this is the only time I'm going to ask you to switch ball hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to get into this part, these are really important muscles right here when you're throwing. So in between your phalanges, super cool. All right. So now we're gonna do the first movement again. So this time I want you to try to really feel that hip opening up. Okay. 15 times. If you do it like this, that's awesome. All right. Maybe you dance, maybe you work out, yoga. Perfect. Ooh. That's what you don't want. You don't want your hips to be doing this in the middle of the throw, right? You want your hips to be doing this in the middle of the throw. In the middle of the throw, you're like this, all right? That's what we do lower body stuff, all right? You do elbow flexibility and shit. Sorry, I'm cursing. Okay, so again, so this time you're gonna just swing it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 15 times. All right. And then I'm gonna show you something. You might struggle with this. I'm sure you won't. You can do this at home, at your couch. You just kind of try to find that pair of fingers that you really like to balance your ball on. Okay. I prefer my first two. It might be different. Okay. All right. Cool, right? Maybe the second two are okay. Those are harder for me. Pinkies. Your thumb isn't real, so don't think about your thumb. Okay? So just find a pair of fingers that you like and do 20 seconds. Okay, on each hand. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay? So now we're going to do the movement again, where you go like this. And I invite you to hold your ball like this time. So I'm holding it with my peace symbol and my thumb. Like this. Right? So, and the way I teach about fingers, if you ever had piano classes, is finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? So we do the first 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Stop. And forget it. Just put 4 and 5 away. Your ring finger on the right and your pinky, those are put away. They're gone. Alright? Just loosen them up. And you go like, and now you're gonna like kind of like step. Alright? This. And really loosen up your shoulders and try to just forget about your knees. Just go bop. You're about to fall over. I want to see that 15 times. Alright? Don't switch sides. Never switch sides. You only throw with one hand. Okay? Okay? Let's try this one again. So, 15. Okay, 15. 15. And then again 15. Alright? So I'm going to release you with your ball. Or maybe you want, if you have like a small cylindrical container, maybe it used to be a candle or something, with a screw container. Anything that's about yay big. Usually that'll be like a lotion or something. You can fill it up with rocks and toilet paper or newspaper, or a lot of leaves, because it's the fall, right? Well, in Houston it's the fall. Leaves, whatever. It's the winter actually. And put rocks and paper in it, and that helps too. Okay, and you hold it like this with the cylindrical circular part on your hand and the flat parts of the container out. Balls are not expensive on Amazon. They're like $5. You can go to the nearest dog park, the nearest tennis court, and you'll probably find the ball there. All right. I found this on the ground just yesterday. If worst comes to worst, a rock, but a solid sized one, or a small one if it's too heavy. But play. Find different ones for me, okay? Because you want to play with the weight and the size. All right. Don't worry though. Don't think about it too much. I'm sure you have something at home though that you can throw. All right. Worst comes to worst, you can find a bottle, like a plastic bottle, and just put rocks and paper in it too. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Shishi Delgado. I run Mitochondria, the Colonial Movement and Wellness, and I'm sending out these free sessions because due to a lot of tragedy and stuff in my life, I haven't been able to attend class, and I know a lot of people who also they've been no-shows, and people commute very, very far away. So I'm about to just start putting up online sessions, and I'm going to put donation stuff in the description. Okay, so you can pay me through Cash App, and that's OSH3, or you can pay me through Venmo, and that's Ian-Guzman-1. Okay, thank you so much for any donations. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me. My name is Shishi. I'll see you later. Okay.